Have you ever wanted to play Dark Souls 3 while not leveling up or upgrading anything? No, of course you haven't, but today I wanted to answer the question. Can you beat Dark Souls 3 Soul level 1 without upgrading anything? Rules are I have to stay at level 1 for the whole game, and I can't upgrade my weapon or upgrade or increase my estus flask, but infusions are still allowed because it's not called upgrades. But with that, enjoy the video. I continued right where I left off last time, sitting on my arch nemesis grave, and for some reason I'm back at this, even after losing for 11 hours straight in the first episode. But here I am, and nothing else to do than to keep moving forward while digging my own grave. So I immediately ran over and killed a tough knight to get my confidence up for the run. Yeah, but then it was time for the Greasy King. And oh my god, this boss right after the dancer is just evil, because not only did it have an attack that hit immediately out of nowhere, but also a second phase where he goes full on drunk dad mode and slams his invisible baby on the pavement and turns into an angry bull lizard thing that charges after me like I was holding a red cloth. But jokes aside, the second phase is almost impossible, because it has close to double the health of the dancer and hits like a boss while attacking non-stop with its lanky fingers. And not to talk about the over 1 minute long run back. Anyways, after getting him to second phase, he ran right into a pillar, somehow making himself stuck in the wall without even trying, and I got so surprised at first and then left him there for a whole 7 minutes, but then I got an idea. So I sat there cooking up a plan about crossbowing the lizard while watching it go absolutely crazy, and watched a whole damn YouTube video on how to cheese Osiris while listening to his abnormal screams in the background. So I decided the fight wasn't nearly fun or fair enough to legitimately fight, so I wrote down a whole shopping list for things I needed to kill this slimy lizard. First I needed 100 heavy bolts, then 100 normal bolts, then the short bow for extra arrows on top of the crossbow, and the Carthus milk ring for dexterity for the bow, 100 fire arrows, 100 large arrows, and I got fire bombs and throwing knives as backup. So after 40 long minutes of killing floor gooners, I got the whole arsenal in my possession and was ready to take down the freaky king of Lothric. And for some reason it was really damn hard to get him stuck in his tree without dying. Over here. What? Ready? I'm not gonna go in for a sword hit or something. I know I'm stupid like that normally. But here we go! Yes! It doesn't feel epic at all. Well. Wow. He is dead now. But it was time for a boss I was very excited for, the tutorial boss, but this time upgraded with being high in his second phase, and charging at the speed of light and spinning with armor as heavy as a semi-truck that got me way too many times. But the reason I was so excited was because now I have a proper parry shield and the second phase isn't an overgrown foot infection, but instead filled with yet another bunch of parryable attacks. So this was just parry heaven, and even though this took hours upon hours to beat because I had to parry him close to 20 times, even with the dagger's increased critical damage, it was still extremely fun and one of my favorite bosses, except when he was one parry away from dying. Don't wanna be greedy. What's he doing? What is he doing? What? Not now! No! 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 What? Why did he do that to me? What have I done to him? Why does he have personal issues with me, man? But anyways, I finally managed to parry his charge, spin, unrealistic ass attack, which made the fight much easier. But he still had his punch shoulder attack like we were playing soccer, and his handle, then kick attack that was just plain unfair. But I got it down, and this was by far the fight I'm the most proud of. So here's my winning attempt at Champion Gundyr Soul level 1, no upgrades, no healing, no hit. Oh my god. Yes! Let's fucking go! And honorable mentions was the badass moments I parried him just to pop a heal spell. Get good, Gundyr. Killing the tutorial boss again and making Gundyr hear boss music instead of the other way around granted me the prisoner's chain, aka 15 extra levels split into vigor, endurance and vitality, giving me an extra bunch of health, stamina and carry weight, but lowers my absorption by 4%. Yeah, 4%. A little overpowered, don't you think? And the area after champion also gave me a new merchant hack with a cool armor set and random blueberries. But also the hornet ring that makes parry stronger. Good choice to place that after the parry boss, right? Oh yeah, wait, I also killed Yorm in the middle of fighting champion. Yeah, it took like 2 attempts because for some reason I didn't even know about, I can use the stormtrooper sword at soul level 1 and just kill him with absolute ease. So it was just Eldritch and the princess left of the lords. But first I had to kill my other arch nemesis, Pontiff. Oh Pontiff, the guy that has always in every challenge brought me immense pain. And this one was no exception, because its staying spirit in second phase is too hard to predict while standing behind the real Pontiff. and then it would take away my loitering and stun me, making me instantly die to Pontiff. So I tried killing the fire demon to get a long stick, which may be good against Pontiff. Turned out it was incredible. I didn't even get to try it. But later I surprisingly got a good amount of parries in second phase as well, and after only an hour fighting the tall skinny man, I hard countered his second phase with a strat I found mid-battle. After Pontiff, I ran to Analondo, made people fall off a ladder, dodged Silver Knights with terrible aim, spot a random building on a cliff I apparently forgot what was, and then it was time for the Devourer of Dark Souls 1 boss. And you know how the fight with this weird forest snail usually goes? Like I always say, it's one of the easiest bosses. Wait, what just happened? This boss is supposed to be easy. Oh wait, yeah, I'm doing the worst possible Dark Souls 3 challenge you could put yourself through. And with my tiny ass sword, the boss has an extreme amount of health and a variety of attacks that deal little chip damage, like his purple balls and fire on the ground that just slightly damage me and remove the loiterings, both decreasing my damage and making me susceptible to a one-shot by all his attacks. And then of course there is the arrows. That is easy to dodge in first phase, just hug his slimy back, and second phase is absolutely foul and lasts for way too long, so it's just running as far and as fast as possible with heat-seeking arrows that are faster than you. Really fair in a Soul Level 1 run. And I used a lot of hours on this one to my surprise, and I got it to literally 1 HP, not even exaggerating. What? Are you kidding me? And was so damn mad at myself for the next couple of hours for being greedy, and then finally came up with this. and then the disabled old woman I killed earlier spoke to me somehow and teleported me to the already dead dancer. Then I ran through Lothric Castle and picked up the Knight's Ring for the axe I can finally soon use, before getting the shortcut to the Dragon Slayer armor, and now it was time for a suit of armor weighing as much as a semi-truck that can jump even further and run faster and even double jump. So basically just Gundyr on steroids with a shield, controlled by several abnormal butterflies, and apparently using clubs against him is good, but of course I already found and picked up all the clubs in the game and sold them, so I had to settle with a mace that did pretty good damage but hit really slow, and the speed was just too risky, so I settled with my broadsword again and did a whopping 74 damage with a fire resin. But this empty iron shell doesn't actually have too much health. Its overly reinforced armor sadly makes every attack hit like a feather though, and after figuring him out, it was just a question of baiting his shield slam attack for some non-risky damage, and second phase was kinda the same, just a little more aggressive with added flying meatballs at the side. But after practicing naked and afraid to dodge all his attacks, I went in wearing armor and got this attempt. Let's go! Let's go! Final fucking attempt! Fuck you, butterfly. Fuck your damn firework meatball shit. After the armor, I could finally make my way into the archives. You know, my favorite area that I can never find my way around in, and is filled with annoying enemies and handbooks, but also my final step to using the Dragon Slayer's axe. So after running past every enemy, trying to get a cool armor set, and dying of a fat axe-wielding angel, I got the Hunter's Ring and I am finally able to use the axe. And this upgrade from the broadsword is crazy, because it offers physical and lightning damage, while still being buffable and infusible, making it deal a ton of damage. But now I had no choice but to try it out on the half-disabled prince and his fully disabled brother. And wow, that damage is actually incredible and bodes over twice the damage of my broadsword. With a little slower speed and more stamina drain, and with this miracle of a weapon, this boss was easy. Never mind, I spoke too soon. And holy shit, I hate that unpredictable teleport with the slam or delayed hits and Lothric's little balls. It's always the balls. That takes away my Lloyd's ring to make me get one shot again. But then I tried for hours to beat the boss naked with increased damage, but with around minus 30 absorption, so everything one shots me. And I got some good attempts, but I just kept messing up. But somehow, after about a week's break, I came back naked and somehow did absolutely incredible. With the Twin Princes dead, I collected all the Lord's skulls to my action figure collection and stole the levitating flame and got transported to another dark fire link which leads out to the damn end of the world, where my final challenge resides. But also a bonfire that leads to the Drake Heap or the DLC, which I never even realized were there. But I just quickly went in and grabbed the Steel Protection Ring +3 that gives 17% absorption all the time versus the Lloyd Shield Ring's 20% absorption that is only activated at full health. It was time for Gwen from Wish that couldn't choose a single build. And holy shit, this guy absolutely clapped my cheeks. The king of delayed attacks, as I called him myself a lot, while almost destroying everything I own. Because he is so damn indecisive and always can't choose if he wants to attack now or not. And has a 15-year-long delayed attack that looks like 80 other of his attacks. And his spear phase I don't even want to talk about. That crap was just impossible for me to completely get down. Mage phase was easy though, and curve sword is just a marathon. For some weird reason I kept changing between no armor and armor, and for some even weirder reason I was absolutely godlike at dodging without armor, and with armor I was absolutely dogshit.
Oh brother, this guy
I took so many hits I made it further using no armor every time, with added damage on top. And it might just be because of the Carthus blood ring, but who knows. Oh yeah, and just to put in perspective how hard this boss is, in a total of 5 hours, I made it to second phase once, where I was dead while he transformed. It was that bad. After about 10 hours I got him to phase 2 pretty often, and finally learned his spear phase, so I mastered the whole first phase. and then I almost got him. What? And I was so mad, but I earlier found out the red tearstone ring is much better than the Lloyd's, and I could use the mimic head to damage myself and activate it, and was now set on beating Soul of Cinder no hit. And after hundreds of attempts, hours of farming resins in Lothric, dying of his random combo switch ups, and learning his second phase, it actually happened.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Look at this. No healing. No hit. And so level 1 with a +0 weapon. And this boss took so long to beat that this video is being uploaded much later than I wanted, because I used almost a week of 15 straight hours of fighting him. So this challenge was easily the hardest I have ever done in my life.
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
With the credits rolling after my most miserable challenge yet, filled with unfair bosses, a struggle to not level up, and enemies that could one-shot me, I finally completed the challenge. So if you managed to enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe and become a member to help out my channel. Also remember to join my Discord channel via the link in the description. But that answers the question, can you beat Dark Souls 3 Soul Level 1 without upgrading anything?